Memories of Foggia in Puglia, Italy. Parking Italian style. In the evening we take another stroll to the Cathedral of Foggia. Walking is definitely the right choice. The horse and all the other animals in our stomachs want to be moved after the lavish lunch we ate our way through earlier. The entire city seems to be out and about. It is that time of evening when the air begins to cool and everybody out to promenade along the streets. Too bad we are still so full. In a small takeaway place, a man is frying chunks of homemade polenta. They come with a choice of sauces. I've never seen anything quite like it. Neatly stacked like miniature bricks, the freshly made cornmeal cakes are sitting in the refrigerator, ready for their plunge into the hot olive oil. An Italian take on the snack bar. Devoted followers of this specialty are queued all the way out the door. The old town is buzzing now. It is a vibrant hub. Its lively nightlife is especially popular with young people. Where there had been nothing but lowered metal shutters during the day, colorful bars and pubs now open their doors to an evening crowd, tempting with drinks and music. Much like at home, people here drink a surprising amount of coffee in the evening. Back through the pleasantly warm night. Our car is still sitting obediently in front of a bar near the Hotel Venezia. We had simply dropped it there, relieved to have found our accommodation so easily. And so far, we've got away with it. The only problem is that parking becomes chargeable from 9 a.m. and the maximum stay is 2 hours. By German standards, the hotel near the station rates about 1.5 stars. The rooms are spacious and clean. The shower, however, seems to have been overlooked during the last renovation. Still, we could have chosen far worse. The location is excellent. From here, everything is within walking distance. We only intend to sleep here, and the beds are perfectly adequate. We'd better ask where the parking garage is that was mentioned in the description. Parcheggio dove? The heavy-set man behind the reception desk takes a drag on his cigarette and shrugs his shoulders. A parking garage? Why? Where is the car now? By the bar, out on the street. Then leave it there. Yes, but it has been standing there already for a day, and we'd rather not get into trouble. He responds with another shrug, turns away and goes back to whatever he was doing. Case closed, end of discussion. On the street, organized chaos reigns. The cars park wherever and however they like. There are no ticket machines for parking. Instead, a man is walking up and down the street selling parking slips like lottery tickets. His official neon orange traffic vest makes him visible from a mile away. We follow him and finally manage to catch him. No, this isn't his territory. The corner with the bar belongs to a colleague. Throughout the city center, the men each have their own designated section. That's clever job creation. So we attach ourselves to the heels of the other men in neon orange. Maximum parking time 2 hours? That's what the sign says. But no problem, we just got a few more tickets. 4 slips for the morning, 3 for the afternoon. Between 1 and 5 p.m. it's siesta time. Parking is free then. The tickets have to be spread out visibly behind the windscreen. He shows us exactly how. Along with a friendly smile, parking Italian style. Buongiorno, signore, e grazie. We can now leave the car where it is for as long as we like. The day is ours. Foggia is surprisingly interesting. We had not expected to find such elegant shopping streets in the provincial capital, known primarily for its busy transport connections. And such beautiful buildings as the monumental fountain on Piazza Cavour, the Villa Comunale tucked behind its neoclassical colonnades and perfect for a stroll in the shade, the Teatro Giordano, and a beautifully restored old town with its winding lanes and elegant Baroque palazzi. This is all the more remarkable when one considers that, because of its strategic importance as a transport hub, Foggia was heavily bombed by the Allies in 1943. The city's young university also lends it a vibrant, youthful energy. We gladly join in the city's rhythm and are delighted to have another day to explore it all. For centuries, Foggia is said to have retained a certain imperial charm. It was here that Emperor Frederick II once held court in an imposing castle. Little remains of it today. Only a gateway arch and an inscription have survived. We had not expected Foggia to be such a fashion-conscious city. Designer boutiques seem to be everywhere. Along Corso Vittorio Emanuele, the last shops are just closing for the evening. A pity, really. The displays in the shoe shops look extremely tempting. Gold and silver designer sneakers appear to be the latest must-have, and they certainly do not come cheap. Perhaps it's for the best that closing time has arrived. Much to our surprise, we later see these sparkling sneakers everywhere, even on the feet of women in isolated mountain villages and tiny seaside towns. There too, women from all walks of life stroll about as a matter of course, carrying designer handbags and wearing designer sunglasses and belts. A short walk away from the stylish Corso Vittorio Emanuele, we discover the answer to the mystery. Street vendors, many of them from Africa or China, share the flourishing trade in counterfeit goods. At the market stalls, people with smaller budgets simply buy designer shoes by Bendy instead of Fendi. Our wealthy friend Wiltrud would go crazy if she saw that. She spends a small fortune on designer labels and luxury brands in Hamburg to underline her social status. All around the city, vast wheat and cornfields stretch across the fertile plain. Foggia is also a center of the food industry, home to countless grain silos, pasta factories, and what locals claim to be the best pasta in Apulia. Well, that's something we'll be putting to the test as we continue our journey. You'll find the whole story in my book Kleine Reisen ins Glück, for now only available in German on Amazon.de. Copyright 2026, text and voice by Elke Voss.